Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline, and we just finished actually, we didn't finish, just finished watching. It's currently 2 in the morning.
We finished watching 5 hours ago.
5 hours ago, the part 1 of the season finale of The 100, and we just got back from McDonald's.
Yeah, so we had to really like sit with our thoughts for this one.
Like, I digest everything.
And of course, Con-A-Get-On tickets go on sale right after the episode ends, like a second after. So we start panicking, like running around, pacing, figuring out Con-A-Get-On plans, and then we figured, you know what, we need ice cream. So we went searching for ice cream. Dunkin' Donuts ran out of ice cream. Figures. I don't know why. So then we had to go get McFlurries at McDonald's, and then we got chicken, and it was just this giant thing. And now it's after 2 o'clock in the morning.
Because we also rewatched a lot of things to talk about with you guys, because like this episode was a lot. Like it's definitely been like a roller coaster of emotions. We cried, we chuckled, I guess, we were stressed. Oh, we were screaming about Bellamy and Octavia. That part was crazy. Yeah, this episode, I know that a lot of you guys are really upset about certain things. Like we got a few messages on Twitter. Initially we really were too, but we've had a couple hours now to really sit with everything. Exactly. And really go on like Twitter, and Twitter is pretty negative, but Tumblr helps a little bit if you're feeling like really just like at a low point with like Blark. So beginning of the episode was the most stressful thing, because right away we are in this battle and it is war, and it was the war started quickly. Like, I like the beginning of the episode, how the war starts right away, and it didn't drag out like throughout the whole episode. So the war starts right away, and Bellamy is like, they have to stay down, because if they get up, they're gonna get killed. So that was really intense. And then you see the one girl stand up, and Bellamy quickly tells like, get down, and she gets shot right away. And I feel like that, and she goes for blood, Raina. Yeah. And I think that just really shows how there were these innocent lives down in even Ethan, the first one who gets shot. Right away, she said that Jaha would be proud of you, and then Ethan gets like an arrow, I think, or he gets shot. He dies, so he's dead. And I think that this episode especially, I think that what Octavia has done really started to weigh on her, and she realized she realized like, oh my god, like she got to that point where she was like, this is all my fault. Yeah, but I think that having Ethan die right away, and then having that one young girl stand up and say for blood, Raina, really shows how these people, they're so young and they were raised to follow blood, Raina, through anything. And like even the youth were not spared during a war. Oh yeah, you know, like for Ethan to be the first one to die and really initiate the war was really telling to how right away it's like, oh, there's Ethan. Oh no, never mind, there he goes. It was like, okay, so this is like, oh, Ethan's there, and then it's like, no, never mind. Yep, there you go. This is the 100. Yeah. Only room for one child, Maddie. Yeah, like that whole thing was really, really intense. So the beginning of the episode started like so good. Miller is like, we ended this episode with like a bunch of characters in turmoil. We're gonna go through all of them. But Miller, oh my god, so loyal to Octavia and Bellamy. He's like, we gotta go get them. We have to go. Miller's then, we don't know what happened with Miller. We don't know what happened with him. All we know is you had Jackson trying to save him, and then they said they didn't have any more like medication or anything. So this is a problem. His loyalty, though, it really knew no bounds. Like even though Miller's been frustrating, as soon as Miller is in turmoil, he's hurt. Like, please, I don't want you to die, Miller. Like, I still love you. We still have to find out what happened with Miller. So he's one character in turmoil. Then we also find out that Guy is in turmoil. And now they've been I think Guy is gonna be okay, though. I hope so. But they've been down on the ground for so long that nighttime rolls around. And you can really see like the bloodshed, like all these dead bodies everywhere. And I think that that's probably the scene that Jason was talking about, which is where they used the most blood that they've ever used on the show. I feel like it had, I think that was it. There was a lot of blood on the ground. There was a lot of blood. Yeah. They're laying on the ground for that long, and we see Gaia and Indra. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Indra. So this season I've really come to love Indra. So just to see her watch Gaia there and just sad. Like dying. She wasn't really leaving horrible. Her, and she Gaia wanted them all to leave, and Indra didn't want to.
And that was hard to watch.
That was really, really
It was.
sad.
When she said my fight is over, and it was just like,
my
oh
God.
no.
And then Bellamy still has hope that, like, Maddie's gonna, like, Maddie could be, like, what pushes Gaia to stay alive. Like, what about we have this 12-year-old.
Like, she needs you. Like, you're the
flame keeper. It was just, oh my God, I love that scene a lot. And yeah, and then we move on to, before we talk about, like, the end stuff, let's mention Clark this episode, because Clark was really frustrating.
Yeah, so
and we've been on Clark's side all season, really.
Yeah, you guys know that we've loved, like, everything with Clark this season, but the last couple episodes, it's been frustrating. And we know, guys, you don't have to explain to us why Clark's doing what she's doing, because
we get it.
We understand
That
Clark.
doesn't mean it's not frustrating.
We know why she's doing what she's doing, but it's still frustrating.
Maddie takes off while Clark's talking to Abby. Maddie takes off.
Oh, yeah.
And friggin' Clark takes motherly advice from Abby.
Yeah, like, why would you say,
like, Abby, listen.
Abby's not in the place right now to be giving advice to Clark. So that right there was like, we knew it was like gonna go bad. Like, what is she gonna do?
In Clark's defense, though, it's her mom. That's who she was looking to.
Exactly.
To tell her what to do.
Exactly. She was looking for advice because Clark is new to this. She's not used to raising a child. Like, she's been doing it for the past, like, 6 years. But I thought this is still, like, Maddie's a teenager, so it's hard. I mean, whatever. So, which of course she had to take her advice. Yeah. But Clark deciding to put the shock collar on Maddie was just too far.
I thought it was really interesting, though, that Abby said to Clark, like, I sent 100 people down to Earth to save my daughter. Like, I thought that was, like a nice, like, shout out to the pilot of the episode, like, of the entire show. But just to see, like Abby's like, you know, I understand, like, you do anything you can to save your kid, really. And, like, that's, like, under normal conditions, that's normal advice, you know? But to put the choke collar on Maddie, and then she
electrocute her. That was probably hard. That was hard to watch. Yeah,
that was hard to watch.
Hard to say. It really was.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you could tell that it was hurting Clark to do that. Like,
it was hurting Clark to do that, and she really believed that was the only thing to get Maddie.
But it doesn't
to stay there.
But that bothered me. I didn't like that she hurt her child like that. Like, electrocuted them. Like, she knows what that feels like. She got electrocuted.
She got electrocuted.
She basically.
And listen, guys, we understand why she did it. So don't go like hating.
Please don't hate us for that. We understand it.
Yeah, we understand.
That doesn't mean I agree with it.
But that doesn't mean that, like, it bothered us.
It just bothered us to see, like, a kid, like, with the choke collar. I think too. Like,
I just don't personally feel like Clark.
I don't feel like Clark was in the right in this episode.
Would do that.
Like, oh, no, that too. Yeah, no. Yeah. The Clark I knew.
And yeah, Clark, of course, wasn't in the right in this episode. She hasn't been in the right, which is why we got to the point where she finally let Maddie go in that way. So that was good.
But now to get to that point.
What also frustrated me was the reunion between Clark and Raven.
Oh, like, no, that was so
Of course, it's not going to be a great reunion because of the circumstances, so I get that. But it's still, like,
they reunite pointing a gun. Like, she's pointing a gun.
And, like, and Raven's just like, oh, I haven't seen you in 6 years. And it's just, like, I've been waiting for Clark to reunite with Raven, and she didn't even see Murphy.
No, she didn't see Murphy.
So, I don't know, I guess next episode.
Who knows?
But
maybe season 6.
But that was, I think that really where, like, my frustration lies with all of that with Clark and, like just the isolation.
Yeah.
I still feel, the isolation, I feel like I really want her to have scenes with, like in the next episode with, like, I don't know if there's enough time to have scenes of, like, Raven and, like, the people that, like, she has felt so, like, distant from. Like, I just want Clark to feel like these are her people again, you know? Like, that's why it's so hard to watch, because we've watched Clark risk it all for these people who now it's not her people anymore. She doesn't think that these are her people.
Watch. It's a hard pill to swallow watching this. Like,
it's very different, so it's hard to watch. And, like, we get why it's like this because of, like,
Maddie
how she is now, and she's different. It's been 6 years. We get it. We get it. But it's still,
it doesn't make it easy to see that, you know? Like, because we were, you know, you're rooting for Space Crew now. You're rooting for Space Crew to go and help Bellamy and Octavia and Indra and Gaia.
It's like we want Clark to be doing that as well. Like, we want Clark to go with them and to be doing that.
And to let Maddie go and do what she was meant to do. And yes, we get to that point, but I think getting there was just like hard. You get this fight scene between...
So the whole scene...
The fight scene between honestly, Echo and Clark.
Maddie initially, like, attacks Clark and fights back.
And then Echo
comes in. And
she goes... She was
gonna... I don't know if she was gonna...
Bellamy to die.
I don't know if she was gonna kill Clark. I would hope not.
I would hope not.
You're, like, literally alive because she sacrificed
But then she literally tells her, I should have killed you when you had the chance. Yeah, if you killed her when you had the chance, you would have been dead. So, really.
That's the only thing I didn't like about Echo this episode.
That was my problem.
I just didn't like how... it's like you had mentioned earlier, I think that you saw that on Twitter, that, like, the difference between, like, Clark and Echo was that Echo was willing to kill Clark in that moment, even though she knows deep down that would hurt Bellamy.
Yes.
But Clark wasn't gonna kill Echo because she knew how Bellamy feels about Echo.
Exactly.
So, like, that was, like, the difference right there between them. I just didn't like that Echo, like, I understand, like, she almost killed, I understand, like, she's frustrated with Clark, because we've all been frustrated with Clark, so
I feel like in that scene, you couldn't not root for Echo because Clark was frustrating, you know? And I just hate that we were put in this position to read, like, Clark was frustrating enough so to the point where it was like, I felt like when I was watching that episode, like, we were just screaming, like, in shock, but then when the commercial hit, it was just like, wow, I cannot believe they just did that. Like, I can't believe we went there. She literally was like, when Maddie comes in, it's like, Echo, enough. She's like, she was gonna kill Bellamy. Like, would she have killed Clark if Maddie didn't, like, stop her? Like, what would have happened there?
I think she would have, and that bothers me because
what do you think Bellamy would think about that? Like, what do you think
Bellamy really like it if you came back and was like, I killed Clark?
Like, seriously, what were you expecting to do?
Die? So, like, I hated that. Like,
yeah, like, what were you expecting to do there? This leads us to the scene with Clark and Echo. Clark and Echo have this conversation, and it's going good. Like, it wasn't bad for us.
Yeah, I actually liked the whole conversation.
I liked a lot of the lines that she said.
Yeah, I like how she was calling her out.
Yeah.
On how she was all about her people and now she's all about Maddie.
One person. Clark tells her that Bellamy loved you.
Bellamy loved you and you were good for him. And from what I could see, he's good for you. Like, that, for some reason, I feel like that was just, like, thrown in there because, like, we're trying to make Echo look good. And, like, I don't know. Like, from that viewpoint, like, Echo was about to kill you. Like, she literally just said, I should have killed you when I had the chance. Why are you saying that she's, like, so, I don't know, like, Clark just...
It didn't fit in, I thought.
It was just, like, a little too extra, I think. Like,
it wasn't necessary.
I don't know.
And I feel as though when they said
I just feel like Clark hasn't seen enough of Echo this season for Clark to know that she's changed.
Raven could have said that.
Yeah, like, I feel like Space Crew can, like, vouch for Echo because you've been with her. But Clark really hasn't had any scenes with Echo.
saw them make out twice, and it was both blurred out on camera.
That's what I'm saying.
It was all to show
like glimpses of Bellamy. I mean, she knows that Bellamy has been like very all about Space Crew and Echo, so she's seen that. But I feel like Echo is a person, like apart from Bellamy, Clark hasn't seen much of. So like that line didn't really fit in to me. But I loved how that led us to the looks that we got of Clark when Echo does tell her that Bellamy is alive, and Clark's face was really great in that moment.
Yeah, when she finds out that Bellamy's alive, and then I did like the line when Echo calls her out and is like, you know, he walked out of your betrayal in Polis just to walk into your betrayal here, or something like that. She said,
I like that line too.
That I really liked that line. Like, I thought that was good. Like, I didn't mind Echo in this episode, actually. Like, as a whole, I just had certain issues, you know?
Well, because we can... Like,
we can feel for Echo,
just
actually.
Doing what she's trying to get to Bellamy, so it's like, can you blame her? Like, it's Bellamy, so...
Like, get where she's coming from, whatever.
So yeah, that whole conversation with Echo and Clark, I liked up until...
No, so
because she told her that, because Clark you could see when she gets really emotional when she finds out Bellamy's alive.
Oh my god, I love that.
She says to Echo, like, he put the flame in Maddie. Almost
like he's trying to justify to herself.
Yeah, she's trying to justify to herself, like
what he did and what happened
and that whole situation.
And then Echo's like, he did it to save everybody.
He did it to save everyone.
And she did it willingly. Like, I really like that.
I like that she told her that.
Really like that part of the conversation. And then, oh my god, and then we got Clark saying that I always cared. Like,
yes,
we were very,
that was like a little like parallel to when she had said to Lexa, like, oh, I care about all of them, you care about him more. So, like, I like that parallel, yeah. Like, that was good.
That scene in general, though, like, we didn't have a problem with it, except for, obviously, those 2 things that Clark said, which I'm sure you guys didn't really like either. Problem comes when she gets up and walks over to Maddie.
Yeah, so
this is where we were like, felt like it was too much. It was
I think it was just too much Lexa, because we've been getting little mentions of Lexa, and you guys know that we did like Lexa as a character, her, so
yeah.
we don't mind the Lexa mentions as long as it's not like overdone.
Which is what they did.
Just like,
because they've been mentioning her like. They've mentioned her like what 2 other times isn't this like the last few episodes. Like, yeah. I just feel like this was just like,
we just honestly, what it comes down to is we wanted Clark to let Maddie go, not more because of like Bellamy's gonna die, and not so much of like
because Lexa told her to.
Because that whole conversation with Lexa.
Okay, I didn't think it was necessary really to bring in the love is weakness thing again, because you know that Clark doesn't feel that way, you know, because Clark loves Maddie. And I feel like it's been 6 years, she's kind of grown from that analogy, but I think that she said that more in a sarcastic way. What was good about it was Maddie says she showed me that memory because that's her regret, and she doesn't want you to have that regret too. That wasn't, like, it wasn't bad. Like, that was good. So what like, you see Clark being super emotional. Like, guys, this isn't bad if you think about it. It's not bad. Because she's basically saying, like, Lexa loved Clark, and she regretted leaving Clark to Mount Weather. And
that was her biggest regret. So she doesn't want Clark to do that to Bellamy.
Bellamy, who is somebody that she loves equally to how Lexa loved Clark.
That's what I'm gonna take. That's
how I'm taking it.
That's how I'm gonna take that conversation, because
that's how I think that's basically what it was. Because then after that, she tells Echo, like, go save him. So I think it really was about saving Bellamy. It was just what pushed her to get there. That I think it was just a little bit too much.
I mean, that scene, I think that really it felt extra to us because of the whole like ghost mention of Lexa, and then Maddie saying that she was real. It just felt strange, and I feel like
didn't feel comfortable.
No, and like, it was just almost too much. It was too
overkill.
Far. Yeah. It was overkill.
Like, we understand where they were trying to go, but it didn't work.
It was unnecessary. It was a little ridiculous.
Like, Lexa's been dead for 6 years. She's a fucking ghost. I loved the conversation between Maddie and Clark. That felt very final, almost.
Yeah.
Like, I got so choked up watching that. Like, that felt so really final sad.
When she like, said that
oh my god, like, she lets Maddie go, and, you know, Clark's like, I have to stop the transmission. Like, she needs to stop the missiles from going down on Wonkru. And I just feel like it was just really sad, because she's still like just like this 12-year-old girl who just wants like her mom to, she's like, what do you mean you're not going?
She's like, I need
you to come with me. Like, it's just, like, really, for her to let her go, that was just really heartbreaking.
Yeah, and it did feel final. It felt like they were almost like saying goodbye.
Like, will I never see you again?
Yeah, like, I did like the line though when Maddie had hugged her, and she had said like, what if I never see you again? And she was like,
I'm the commander of death, and we will meet again. That was great. That was great line. He tells Echo, go save him, like, go save Bellamy. So
I was saying though, what I wanted to happen in that moment, and I think that it would have really made all of us like Echo and respect her, is if Echo had turned to Clark in that moment, realized that Clark has like, that whole goodbye was really sad, and tells Clark, like, you know what, like, you sacrificed yourself once for all of us, like, let me go and do this by myself, and then you go with Maddie, because you should be with Maddie. Yeah. Going, like, and meeting up with, like, Space Crew. I think, and, like, saving Bellamy and all of that. I think that I would have liked that a lot better. I think that that would have made a lot of people respect Echo.
I think that that would have definitely been better, but I think that there's a reason why they didn't do that, because I think Bellamy's gonna go to Clark next episode and help her with that.
Hope
so I think that's where we're going. I think that's why they didn't do that.
I feel like this review, we're very like back and forth because we're still like
processing everything.
all of it. So like that's why we're kind of like, we're still trying to understand everything.
Yeah, and I feel like talking it out with you guys.
Talking it out with you guys is actually helping us right now. So like if we're sounding like back and forth, like I'm sorry.
Yeah, and
because like you guys know with the 100, your initial reaction and like
it changes.
It changes when you you start to think about things and you understand things. Like, so like I'm sure we'll feel different about this episode tomorrow.
I think like episode 9, like it's really funny. Like our review of episode 9, we feel completely different, and we all talked about that in our live chat that weekend. Yeah. Like it's crazy. Like this show really, you think about it all week, and then your mind flip flops. And sorry that this review is super long, but there is just a lot that happened that we still need to talk about. Then we have Octavia's sacrifice, and let me tell you, I was sobbing. I was so emotional. I was
emotional, but at the back of my head, I knew we had the pictures of Octavia and Maddie.
That's where the promotional team, they shouldn't have done that.
Jason, why did you give that out? We knew that she wasn't gonna die.
But you scared me there.
But you did scare me. Like, in the back of my head, I was like, what if that picture was to throw us all off or something, like some cruel trick? But that scene when she had said, "My brother, my responsibility."
Oh, that was a great line. But oh my god, like I just feel like that line really got to me, because
what also like, really got
when
to
she
me
said,
was when she had
I broke it.
Oh yeah, that was a great moment, because she was realizing like finally that this was her doing, and she messed up, and she realized like, whoops.
Whoops, all these people's blood is on my hands.
She really realized just how bad everything is because of her. But Bellamy, telling Bellamy, "I thought you wanted me dead," and Bellamy saying, yeah.
Bellamy says yes. I think that moment though is like, we were talking about this over some chicken nuggets.
Yeah, we were talking about this when we got McDonald's.
This scene like really stuck with me. I think think about this though. In 5:10, she threw him in a pit to die, and yes, she was rooting for him and she wanted to help him.
So like trying to understand Bellamy's perspective. Remember, guys, Bellamy doesn't know what Octavia went through as well.
He doesn't know about the dark year.
He doesn't know about the dark year, so he's just going off of what he's seen Octavia do.
Right.
Currently, he doesn't know where she's coming from, so we have to keep that in mind. So that's why that didn't bother me. And Bellamy's actions were different than that. Like Bellamy's actions like spoke differently. He didn't want, like, every time Octavia was getting up when they were like laying there, when the guns or whatever, he was grabbing her. Like, he was the first one she grabbed when they initially started getting shot at.
Like, his actions spoke differently. Yeah. And you really see that struggle, I think, with Bellamy between like head and heart, of like, oh my god, this is my sister still. And because he does stop her when she goes to sacrifice herself,
but you could really see that struggle, because he gives her this look, and it's like he knows that like this is what she needs to do but at the same time for her. It's like
it's painful. It's hard. It's really hard. And that scene, I think that scene, the scene between Bellamy and Octavia, and then the scene between Clark and Maddie were the ones that really got me emotionally. I think those were, and then obviously a little bit of Guy and Indra was really sad too. And then, oh my god, when Octavia kneels, she kneels. She feels like, this is what I did. And Indra basically like, yeah, like you did. Like, this is it, you know? And Octavia really takes that leadership role to a new level, you know, like to a more like heroic level, I would say. And she starts fighting back a little bit, and then she says, "You are Wonkru, you're the enemy of Wonkru." Like that scene when she kneels down, like, oh my god, if they did not release the promotional photos for the next episode, oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been I feel like that was a moment where they just could have killed Octavia and it would have just been done. Because
they really could have.
Especially with that line, "My brother, my responsibility."
Oh my god, they set up her death right there.
Yeah, they did.
Like it
thank
was
God that did. If we didn't have that promotional picture, I would have been 100% she was dying as I was watching that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that was just
like,
wow.
That scared me, honestly. And I thought that was when it was gonna end. And of course, then Maddie comes. Maddie and Echo and Murphy and Amori, they all come and they save the day. Yeah. And you know, they get I love Murphy's line. He comes out, "Anyone call for a rescue?" Like, it was just like, yes, Murphy. Yes, like, we're so happy. We're very happy with that.
He comes with his giant bazooka that he has, like, he can't, like, literally Murphy has this giant weapon and he
can't figure out how to use it. And he's so excited.
Leaves it behind and it's just like, all right, you tried. So I really like that scene where they all came in and saved Octavia and Bellamy, and he carries Gaia and we're all in the rover. So that was really great. I mean, I was missing, like, I really wanted Clark.
I wanted Clark to be there. So and like I was like low-key annoyed that like I think it was still, everybody was still reeling from the shock of like war, but like Bellamy didn't like ask like, where's Clark? Like, Maddie's driving the rover, where's Clark?
I think like, that's just one of those things we're supposed to assume that he
whatever.
But
whatever.
Okay, so there was a scene Bellamy is in the rover and Echo and Bellamy kind of like touch hands, and Bellamy's face I thought was very interesting in that scene. He kind of like looks away, like she's looking at him like lovingly almost, like kind of just like expectantly, like kind of like, I mean they haven't seen each other, so she's looking at him like that, and Bellamy looks away, almost like he can't look at her.
It's weird. It's weird. Like first he looks at her. No,
like guys, I don't think we're reading too much into this. Watch it again. Like his face, he's like.
No, at first they look at each other and he does stare at her, and then it shows her, she gets a different look on her face where it's more of like a romantic look.
Yeah.
And then that's when Bellamy kind of turns away to Octavia.
And then he looks like down?
And then he looks down guiltily. We're taking this as Bellamy.
Like, why would they show Octavia in that right after that shot? Yeah. You know what? It's just.
Why would you show Octavia? Like, I get, like, it's strange the way that whole thing was shot. Like, I think that the way that
I kind of take it as like back to that scene of like Octavia with the traitor who you love scene, because. Why would they show Octavia's face in that scene? I didn't even like. He didn't say like it's good to like. They didn't have any dialogue, so it could have been a lot worse. That's why. I'm still hoping for like a strain in Bellamy.
I'm hoping for something to happen next episode. We got the finale, something hopefully will happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping something happens, but probably not, because they really want us to like Echo this season, so who knows really. But I did feel like Bellamy's romantic feelings for Clark have really shown up this season. And I think that it surprised him as well. And I think it's really going to push him when he finds out about the radio calls next episode. So I think that we have a lot of really exciting things coming for the Blark fandom, you know? So I think that...
I mean, listen, like, I really want a scene of
I want Echo to let Bellamy go. That's what I want. I want that. Like, but...
We need them to friggin' talk.
That's the thing that I'm waiting for. And that's what they're leading up to, honestly. Like, that's what this episode really... with Clark especially, like now Clark is at like an emotional level where she feels guilt for what she did. She's trying to like redeem herself by trying to stop the transmission. Like she's trying to help Bellamy now too, now that she knows he's alive and she didn't kill him. And that's a lot for her to take in. Like this whole episode, the whole season really, we've seen Clark really struggling with her feelings for Bellamy, and she like, not like struggling because she has them, but I think trying to suppress them, you know, for other things, and knowing that he's different. But it's been very,
and I mean, the feelings have been right there on the screen.
Literally,
right there. Like they're clear as day, Clark's feelings for Bellamy. So we really need, but the thing is,
Bellamy to step up.
We need Bellamy to see it now, because Bellamy has been oblivious to his feelings. And it's really just been the audience that has seen Clark's feelings. Bellamy hasn't really seen that, so that's what we need. We need Bellamy to be aware of Clark, just how much she, like, the radio calls, just, she talked to him every day, guys, so we just need that.
Well, that's gonna
get brought up.
I think that we just need to have hope.
I don't know if there's enough time for a Becco breakup. I'd like to think there is, but I don't know how we could get there. I think that we're gonna get a confession of some sort between Bellamy and Clark.
So we are very excited for next episode. We will be filming a prediction video, and we will also be going live this weekend, and we will also be having Fan Video Friday, which we're excited about. And
we are.
So we have a lot of fun videos coming up, and we do have fun videos planned for after the 100 is over this season, for sure. We're so sad that we're gonna be on hiatus, but I just need to know this ending that we've all been talking.
I just need to know this ending, guys. We're still really hopeful for the Blark ending. I think that we still think Blark is gonna be canon.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I don't know about like canon, like officially with the kiss and everything next episode, but I think that we're gonna get really good stuff for Bellamy and Clark.
We have left many lives in the balance. We've left Miller, we've left Skye, and we have Kane, who got like, who friggin' Vincent like sucked his blood. So
so we have a lot of
We have a lot of Kane, who might turn into a walker, or he might turn into a vampire, or he might die at this point. Like, who even knows? Who knows what's gonna happen with that? But yeah, so we're very excited. We'll have a prediction video. We're gonna gather more of our thoughts.
We'll talk more about Legis 3. Shannon Cook. We'll talk about more of that in our prediction video.
And the promo, the promo was so exciting for us. And yeah, we'd love to know some of your theories down in the comments below. Please be nice and respectful in the comments.
Yes, like, don't hate us, this is just us interpreting the show as we interpret it. Obviously, there's a lot of ways to take the 100 and to take the, like...
Please just be respectful.
Please be respectful. If you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos for the 100.
Yes.
Last week.
Oh my god, I'm so sad. You can also follow us on our Twitter and our Snapchat. We are at City of the Fields.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.